You must have been thrilled though with your performance the other night. Like came on and had a massive impact and turned the game.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good to be able to give that spark. We kind of started off a little slow, so it felt really good personally to be able to provide that spark and help bring the guys back in the game and give us a chance to win.
Was there a bit of frustration from not getting those sorts of opportunities the previous week that you wanted to remind everyone of what you could do?
I mean, I'd like to play as much as I can, but at the same time, I'm here to. I believe in Coach Riley and what he has instilled for myself, the team, the other guys. So I'm going to keep working, and whenever I get those opportunities, do what I can do best, and that's to just play hard and make some shots.
So it's been different guys each week now who have stepped up at different points. Is that a sign of the depth of this group?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have different guys that can step up every single night. If there's a starter that's off, you got 3-4 guys on the bench that can come in and that can do the same thing, help provide that spark and stuff like that. So it's great having guys that can be hot every different night, and that it's a good issue to have, to struggle to find who you want to throw in and who can be that energy spark. So there's a lot of different guys that have shown they can do that, especially.
Fair weekend for you from a challenge point of view, Melbourne into Tassie. Like, how do you prepare for that sort of two really difficult opponents back to back?
Yeah, I personally obviously don't know much yet, as it's my first year, but I've heard it's always been a good game. It's competitive. I think they lost to Tassie last year in the semis, so I know there's a little bit of wanting to get redemption there. So guys are kind of juiced, guys are excited and ready to go.
Does it feel like a tough order having to play both of last year's grand finalists in the space of 3 days?
I don't think so. I think it's more of a exciting thing more than anything. It's a challenge that guys look forward to. I don't think it's something where you're like, oh gosh, we got to play the 2 grand finals. It's kind of more of a excitement. You get to play 2 of the teams that were the best last year back to back, and you have a chance to win 2 really good games.
Yeah, and the team, like Tassie won the grand final last year, but Melbourne just beat them recently. Did you get a sense from the team who they're more worried about playing?
No, I think we're kind of just looking at one game at a time. We know Melbourne's up, so that's the game we're focused on, and then after that game we'll move on to Tassie and getting ready to hopefully get a win there as well.
We can sort of take it for granted that everyone knows everything about the league, and when you come in and playing that you'll just know what's going on. But just from what you just said then, you're still getting adjusting to who everybody is and what the teams are and the rivalries. Has it been a challenge so far to scout and work out what's going on at different points?
It's just a little different. I think it's something where you get used to. I'm the new guy, so I don't know a lot of these players, but we do enough scouting, we do enough film to where by the end of the week, by the time game day comes around, I know who my matchup is. I know if I'm guarding a certain guy, I know their tendencies, stuff like that. So I'm confident in myself, and then even all the other new guys that we're ready to go, and we know kind of what to expect.
So it's the start of the week, a bit weird, but by the end of the week, you feel normal again?
Yeah, we watch enough film to where we're locked in by the end of the week on what each guy, what their specialty is, what they're good at, what they're not great at. So that's kind of just what it is, yeah.
Is it a decent flight over to Tassie? How do you go with flying?
I like the flights. I think I enjoy them. It gives me time to catch up on some of my shows and stuff like that. So I don't mind it. I kind of like playing away games more than home games sometimes. It's good being able to silence a crowd if you're able to go in there and get a win.
Okay, I just asked a couple of questions about last week as well.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how did it feel falling just that 1 point short against Sydney after such a strong comeback?
Yeah, I mean, it was terrible to say the least. I mean, we were down. I think we were down 16 twice. So to be able to bring it back and then fall down 16 again, and then also bring it back within 1 possession and have a chance to win it, it was just just felt like we put all that energy in to get right back in there and then just fall a little bit short. So it was kind of a just sucky feeling to say the least.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier the team did get into their stride a bit late. What are you guys doing to make sure that doesn't happen again?
I think it's tough to say. A little. Just kind of being focused on what those guys like to do. We had a lot of turnovers that I don't think are normal for our guys. So I think something like that. I think we started the game off like 6 turnovers or something like that. And that's just, I mean, if you start the game off like that, it's hard to get in a good rhythm. So I think something like that is just, it was unfortunate that it happened, but I don't think that's going to be a consistent nature for those guys.
And is there anything else that you're focusing on ahead of Friday?
Just being ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be able to play another game. You just play games. It takes such a long break between different college.
Yeah.
College, we're playing like 2 games in like 4 days. Here, we take one game and then take a week off. So it's different, but I mean, it's a nice build up.
How does that impact your preparation then, going from such a short turnaround to now the longer?
I think it helps. It's good for guys' bodies for starters. I mean, if you get an injury in the game or something, you have a week off. It's a lot of time to come back and get ready for the game, and then just film. It's a lot of preparation. So coming into the game, they're going to be, especially at the beginning, they're going to be locked in on what we like to do. We're going to be locked in on what they like to do, and then so it's a good feeling. I like the longer break.
Is it an advantage for you though, being used to the shorter turnaround coming into weekends like this one where you've got the 2 games?
I mean, I think so. I just think the big thing is just your body's able to readjust. I'm used to playing 2 quick games. Now you get 1 game a week or something like that. It's nice for your body just to be able to get back into it, especially for some of the older guys. Wags.
I don't think many people would have expected you to make that last shot under the pressure of the moment and the little amount of time you had to get prepared for it. But has that driven you all week, based on the way you've spoken and what we saw out there before? Is that sort of thing sticks in your head and annoys the hell out of you?
Yeah, I mean, I rewatched it too, and I saw it hit the net, so it felt really good coming out of my hand. It just sucked to not see it go in. Yeah, I mean, it kind of pushes you to just be ready for anything like that. There's a lot of shots. It's not that one shot that lost us the game. There's a whole lot of shots that could go in, and if you make those, it's a totally different game.
One last question.
How are you finding the pro experience just 2 games in? Is it better than you're expecting? Are you performing up to the standards you set yourself?
I mean, I'd like to say so. With the minutes I've been given, I'd love to play 35 minutes a game like I did in college, but that's just not realistic as a rookie and in your first professional year. So, with what the opportunity I've been given, I'd like to say that I've been doing well, but I'd like to, just keep going and keep working for more and striving for as good as it can be. Sweet. Thank you, guys.